Okay, welcome back everybody. I'm still working on Corbeau, that's what this video is, but I wanted to show you where I am on Cups of Ambition. This is a page that's going to go in Tarot Quest. Now the original, this came back with edits, so here's the original, and you can see it's got the border, and they asked for to do a more ornamental border, so I've got that to add, and then there were some other edits that were requested, like make it look more like a dragon's lair, so some treasure, and add some stalactites and things. Now I already had this sort of anchoring bit, this shadow up here in the top corner, but I converted that to some stalactites, and I added some treasure. I still have to do the border anyways, but that is off topic today because what we're working on right now is we're still working on Corbeau, and you can see I think we're at a good place as far as getting all of the roughs in, and you can see I've started on this panel. This panel, let me take the pencils out for a second. This panel looks great to me. This is a very Silver Age looking panel. I think a lot of people wouldn't love this, but I really like it. And I've started inking the next panel, so let's go ahead and just see if we can get that far. And let's see how it goes. All right. It says layer 14 ink. All right. And this one, I mean, I feel like this is a real like Avengers getting into the Quinjet kind of moment where he's disappearing down the hatch. That's what I meant when I said Silver Age. I know that those comics are so outdated, and so, you know, that is not the way comics look these days. But man, I saw the worst comic page I think I've seen in a long time was posted by you boy Zach. And it was a Marvel page, and it was literally the same thing copy pasted 3 times over, and then it had like I don't know why people do this, but it was kind of like introducing the characters, and we just have a bullet point list, you know, loves fish. You know, it was that kind of thing. It's very lazy. And there's usually some hacking attempt at humor. I mean, I do the humor stuff too, but I don't know. It felt weak to me. All right, we're gonna do this aircraft hatch. That was a pretty smooth curve, wasn't it? All right, let's try this again. My hand. Well, how about like that? Something like that. All right, what we're doing right now, by the way, in Kubert's class, Gavin Smith mentioned that the next run of sequential art, which starts up in April, and I'm excited to be signed. Well, I haven't signed up for it yet because it's not open yet, but I'm excited to be planning on signing up for it. We're gonna do some original stuff, creator-owned stuff, and so we had the idea of maybe doing a publication with some of the Qbert School attendees that I know that I've made contacts with over the years that are on Instagram. So I've invited, a lot of people that have done stuff in class. And basically using the same method for some of the other anthologies I've done. Like, I have a whole plan for it. And if you're a 9-volter and you feel left out, don't be. Just tell. If you're not on Instagram, get an Instagram account and just let me know that you're interested, and I'll put you in the group. This will be not a 9-volt. It's going to be a different thing. And you don't have to be a QB person to be involved, although that's the initial motivating idea here. And basically, I want to stay motivated. I want to keep producing comics and helping other people make comics. And this is a great way to do it. I could easily continue self-publishing. I've got this. In fact, I don't just have this. I have a backlog. I can tell you what my backlog is. It goes all the way back to this right here, Brillig. So I have everything from Brillig forward. Brillig, Hummingbird, I don't think I'd publish. Book of Ruin, the Beast, what are they called? The Beast Rangers. I've got, and these are finished stories. Brillig, Beast Rangers, Princess of Apshai, Book of Ruin. What else have I got? Oh, my Prometheus Powers story, which is meant to go in the Magic book, but we're still waiting. Corbeau, and I'm gonna continue doing other stuff, so I could just self-publish it. It would be really easy. I've got this other series called The Complete Vole. It's just my own stuff, kind of in its own collection. And there is the why not both? I could do both. I probably will do both because Complete Vole's got all my stuff in it. Doing the anthologies are fun. I love seeing what other people are working on. I like creating and building connections, new publications. It's very cool. All right, I am looking at this, and I'm wondering if it really should go like this. What if I do it this way? Without it being too much of a... Nope. How about this way? So what that is we're looking at the cockpit. I'm trying to avoid creating a tangent. We might do this with some blackout here, but I feel like I'm almost kind of done with this panel right here. Let's take a look. Well, it's definitely not done because there's not enough hatching going on. But man, it is close. He's got his empty holster. You know, like I said, if you feel left out, don't feel left out. Just let me know and I'll put you in the other group too. You can do both. If anything, I'm kind of saying that 9-volt is kind of a special group associated with, you know, with the Gilded server, and this would be a different, kind of a new group. Let's say it's a shadow back behind there, you think? And then I think there's even a this is where the dorsal missile pod bay opens up. And then, no, that's not what I wanted. He's jumping onto the ship. There he is, he's on the ship. I think I can black this out. Whoops. These lines don't match up with the rest of the lines. That's my problem. If you're a casual viewer of this channel and you'd like to be in the group, let me know. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, RabbitFighter13, and I will be glad to add you to the group as well. Right now people are talking about the idea of a Halloween special, which I think would be really fun. Because Halloween can be anything. If you want to do a horror comic, that can be Halloween, but if you also want to do a science fiction comic, that can also be Halloween. Or a fantasy comic, or a cartoon comic with funny animals. Or a mystery. All those things can be Halloween. Right. You're not 100% sure it'll work, but it did work. Okay, good. And I don't know, like most projects that come down to actual work being done, I assume most people will not be able to complete it. Most people will just drop out. And that's okay. That's okay. Everyone's at different stages in their ability to commit. And do stuff. Right, like that. Okay. Alright, that's looking good. Now we're going to take this layer, drop the opacity, get into the bubbles layer, boom. Bop, bop, and bop. Okay, how about like that? Oops. I said bubbles layer. I definitely think my my illustration skills have improved mightily since I started doing fantasy illustration. Like, doing the role-playing game stuff has really helped. And it's one of those things, it's like you gotta keep switching gears to trick yourself into improving. All right. All right, that worked. All right, let's take this and... No, not you. This one. There we go, 15 minutes. Nice, okay. Now, getting into the next panel. Oh, what am I drawing on? Is it this one? Drawing on this one. Getting into the next panel. Okay, what's going on here? At this point, he's in the air sub. And you can see I've drawn the outlines of where the windshield is. My original had it going this way, but I think it's probably better off this way. And there's the yoke, the aircraft yoke, or it's the air sub. And he says, air sub, engines on, arm the forward ordnance, ping, and then vroom, right there. It's going to have the sound effect. So, a cool panel. A lot of cool things happening. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Corbeau inked up here. Oops. Let's make sure that we're using the rusty nib that I like to use. I've only used the rusty nib since I think I started using it on Princess of Apshai, and I really love it. So, and that's not even that long ago, but it feels like I've been using it forever now. So that's one of those things, the volume of things that you produce. Oh, we're gonna have the light coming off the dashboard here too. The volume of things you produce are going to affect you, and I think they'll improve you. And you'll continue to improve. And he's wearing a mask, but I want to imply some kind of expression. I'm looking over at Instagram right now. Only one person has actually responded. Although a lot of people said, hey, I really like that idea initially. Well, I did kind of just drop it on him right today, so we'll see. Not everyone was involved in the initial conversation, so they might have to read through the back stuff to give their thoughts. Or they may not be ready for it right now, which is also cool. That's fine. Once again, I'm going to just tell you like I tell everybody, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing, this is what I'm doing. And you would be welcome to come along for the ride and be part of the adventure. I don't like that line. Alright, we're going to do a tough line here, so I'm going to put it on a different layer. It's looking okay. I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm wondering if his head is too big. It shouldn't be. This side on his left hip here, he would not have the holster, so we don't have to worry about that. That is a seam. Always put a jacket seam when you can, or a pant seam. It helps create the sense of volume in the clothes. I don't know if I like his nose here. His nose. Alright, I'm looking at my hand. I want to bend these two fingers down and these two fingers forward, so. It might take the yoke back out, because maybe the yoke is on this side. Like, which side is he when he flies? I'll go find some of the older pictures I drew of this thing. So let's put the interior details of the air sub on their own layer, just in case we have to revise them. Tangent. Love stuff like this. All right. Oh, that's on another layer too. I wonder if it's on the same layer. It is. It's on the same layer as the figure. Okay, well, that's fine. Might even do another Tarzan. I enjoy Tarzan. Who doesn't enjoy Tarzan? Well, literally anything that is public domain is fair game. Okay, let's take a look here. Alright, so we have the beginning of the panel. We might see, like, I might even be able to do some of the stuff outside. We don't want to go too far, but which layer am I on? Okay. You know, put some walls out there, and we can see that, you know, that they can see that they're inside the submarine bay while they're inside. And we have plenty of time, plenty of room to do the sound effect right up here. The radar scope. The air sub is actually futuristic technology, but set in the 1930s, so it has that sort of Flash Gordon appeal to it. The original, although Corbeau is my own creation, the air sub, the ship, is actually public domain from a Carl Burgos story that I believe appeared in Amazing Mystery Funnies. But it's been out to space, it's been underwater. I can do anything. That's the cool thing. It's like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. This is a ship that can do anything. And in this case, it's going to be, it ends up a time traveler. When they blow up the dimensional portal, there'll be a huge explosion. And Corbeau, Aura, and Cersei, the leader of the Ape Legion, will all become sort of time travelers. And maybe we'll do some things with some erasing to show the windshield somehow. We may even do some lights from above, This is just like all the technology we showed earlier. Alright. All right, that's it.